Was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, because I've still been facilitating even whilst being in the UK. I do that when I travel. I still do my sessions and stuff. And so this is it. You ready? Yeah? Okay, so it's about time. It's a Fusion 7 healing quote, and it was something quite profound that came out for the client, my recipient in question, and it goes like this. Time needs to be mastered. To be mastered by time is slavery. So I will say that again. Time needs to be mastered. To be mastered by time is slavery. And my belief is, as a facilitator of vibrational transformational processes, is that time is really a massive factor. Thank you, my darling Tamara. Kisses to you and hugs to you from over here in the UK. It really is such a grand problem, you know. Thank you, Leanne. And you know what it is that everything is sort of governed by time, and we need to be reminded that time really is just an illusion, and it is just a tool that can work for us, or if we allow it to, it can very much work against us. So we need to be very, very aware of that. And there are different examples how time can really be an issue for many people. One is age. Yeah, I'm too old for this, I'm too young for that, it's too late for this. Yeah, or the train has passed for that. Yeah, so that's one issue. There's a lot of fears that are related to time. How much time do I have on this planet? How much do I have enough time to complete my mission? You know, so, you know, or whatever it is that I would like to manifest in this life. So what happens is, because we create this fear of it, we then get drawn back into procrastination, because it just seems like so overwhelming. The fact that there is so little time, or perhaps in some cases too much, especially if you're sick. And this happened to me when I was suffering with multiple sclerosis, in that, you know, I was constantly trying to find ways to fill my time by the clock. I'd see how long it would take to watch a certain program. What is it that I'm going to do next? So what do you think is the precursor of that? The precursor of that is not being in touch with oneself and not living in the moment. Okay, that's the precursor of that. So you are constantly battling against the clock, and it really can be very, very, very painful. What's up, Derek? Which part of America are you listening and watching in from this morning? I'd like to know. I'm coming at you from North London, England this morning. I actually live in the southern coast of Cyprus, but I'm here for a couple of days. So were there any questions that you guys wanted to pose, or comments that you may have in relation to our quote, our inspirational quote of this morning, which is, time needs to be mastered. To be mastered by time is slavery. And that is indeed what happens. We become a slave of time. So we need to rise above and beyond the illusion of time, you know, and realize that we are timeless, that we are infinite, and that we are eternal, even when we are in this flesh body, in this skin suit, having this human experience. From Michigan. I bet Michigan's kind of freezing this morning as well, isn't it? Michigan? That should be pretty cold. Don't know if it's colder than here. It was about -3 this morning. That's in Celsius, not Fahrenheit. I don't get Fahrenheit. Thank you for the hearts, guys. So was there anything that you wanted to... Yeah, I'm sure it is. I believe that. So that's the quote of the day, guys. Don't be a slave to your clock. Of course, we do need it so that we can, you know, be on time for certain things. We don't need to be silly about it, you know, to synchronize our meetings and our work time and all of that. But in general, we need to realize that we are above and beyond the time continuum. Yes? Makes sense for you? Yeah? And just contemplate on that and see if you are battling with anything that's to do with age, with time. Do you have too much of it, or do you not have enough of it, that causes your biological body or your mind or your emotions to go into stress or sickness? It can really, really do that, you know. Fat Mame Mamadi. Sorry, I think I really ballsed that one up. But welcome anyway to this broadcast. So the solution to be living in the moment, yes, and that is by no means an easy feat, but definitely that's what we need to do. You're very welcome. I felt sick about my gift to my daughter's birthday, a trip to a stick. Oh, right, okay, wonderful. Yes, you do that. So you can still set intentions for the future. Do you know what I mean? You can, yes, stuck, thank you. You can set your intentions to future events, but setting those intentions and acting upon them is something that you do in the present moment. Hi, long time no see. Yes, absolutely, exactly, long time no see. So, yeah, you know, we need to stick to our intentions and work towards manifesting those intentions. And now is a very good time to do that, of course, because as you may or may not know, all the planets in our solar system are actually in an alignment presently. And so we need to take that as like sort of like an ingredient of inspiration, you know. So if the planets are aligning, because we are under the law of correspondence, as above so below, it means if the planets above are aligning, then we also within can be aligning too. Yeah, so use that as you know, as some hope and some inspiration that you can be aligned to what your intention is, and you can do that in the present time, in the now. Of course, the other problem with time is that often at times, excuse the pun, no, I was going to say no pun intended, but I think the pun is intended. Okay, so sometimes we can be stuck. We can be enslaved rather to issues from the past, or we could be projecting to issues of the future. So in order to be able to comfortably be in presence, hey Tamar, what's going on? Thank you for joining this morning. Then we need to be able to release the shackles of what we are enslaved to in the past or in the future. So that basically means healing, releasing yourself, letting go of what you're clinging on to your yesterdays, or perhaps what it is you're projecting into your tomorrows, which is very different from setting intentions, you know. You set intentions and work towards it, but you don't cling to the outcome. Okay, does that make sense? Kazakhstan, what's going on over there this morning? Nice to have you, Bulat. What's going on? Isamo, hi, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming in today. So yeah, guys, does that make sense with the quote? I hope it was helpful in the expansion of that, you know, expanding upon it. So